ladies and gentlemen, it's Steven here and welcome back to another first look and unboxing video, and today we're going to have a look at the Uhans U100. I hope I pronounce it correctly because I've never heard of this phone or this company before, and I've got this phone here from geekbuying.com. There's a link down below in the description, so make sure you check it out if you want to. And it's in low budget phones. It's a $100 phone with okay specs, but the look is very strange, so it looks quite uncommon. So I would say let's get directly started and let's do the unboxing, but don't forget to check out the link down below in the description. Now guys, the box doesn't say anything about the specs, so we'll tell you the specs while we do the unboxing. And yeah, here you can see the box, so there's absolutely nothing on it. And now let's open it up and let's see what we have got inside. So the Uhans U100 is a 4.7-inch smartphone. That means kinda small, so a very uncommon size actually for a display. And the display resolution is 720p, and as you can already see here at the first look, it comes with that fake leather back cover, and in my opinion it looks so cheap. It looks like, yeah, a children phone or whatever. Now the other specs, so we have a metal frame, as you can see. We have the MTK 6735 64-bit quad-core, then 2GB of RAM, 16GB of ROM, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, everything in here. It runs Android 5.1 straight out of the box, 8MP rear camera, and we have a 2MP front-facing camera interpolated to 5. Okay, so that's regarding the specs, but as always you can find them down below in the description. Now before we have a closer look at the smartphone, let me put it beside and let's check out all the accessories we can find here inside. So regarding the package, reminds me a lot of some Doogee phone I've had now in the past. Maybe it's the same company, because I had some Doogee, some outdoor phone, and it had exactly the same back cover, so it looked exactly the same. There we go. Here we have a user manual, and yeah, the user manual, if you have a look at the font, somehow I thought, hey, that's the Samsung font, right? Or at least it looks a little bit like the Samsung font here at the first look. Alright, it's completely in English, that's pretty good. It's not multi-language, explains everything pretty well, but who the fuck is reading that? Okay, then here we have a screen protector, as you can see. So normal screen protector, one is already on the smartphone, 1 + 1 makes 2 screen protectors. And here we have the other accessories, so let's get them out. And here we have the charger. And this one here, it's a 5V 1A charger, so obviously there is no quick charging on the Uhans U100. The USB port is straight in, so that looks good so far. Here you can see the European power socket connector for my country, so there's no need to use an adapter, that's pretty good. And the charger also looks like a Doogee charger, so I guess Doogee manufactures Uhans, or Uhans, not really sure how you call that. Alright, and last but not least, we have here a micro USB cable here inside. So a black one, as you can see, micro USB, so absolutely nothing special, no USB Type-C, no headset included, and this is basically everything we can find inside the box. Then now let's go and let's have a closer look at the smartphone itself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the smartphone, the Uhans U100, and you see the backside is here such fake leather, and yeah, I now know which phone I meant before, and that was the Doogee Titans 2 Valencia, something like that. So it had also the same metal cover or metal plastic cover here on the backside, which came off. And also I did a little shooting test with it, so I totally destroyed the smartphone. But well, the design was very similar regarding the back cover. Then here, that metal thing around the camera and the LED flash, and also the frame with metal, so very solid. And obviously I didn't like the phone because it's totally broken, and I really don't like the design of the Uhans U100. That's something I have to say. The design, it always depends on your own likes, but for me it looks way too cheap. Okay, so let's get started here with the front side. We can quickly turn on the smartphone, so let's press the power button and there we go. Battery should be inside. And it powers now on, Uhans logo, okay. Actually I think that's the first phone, or I've never heard of this company before. Here at the bottom we have capacitive touch buttons, so we have here the menu button, we have here the home button, and we have here the back button on the right side. And something which is really cool, and this is a front speaker. Actually it looks like front dual speaker. We'll test it just when the phone has booted up, but I don't think that it's really dual speakers. Okay, at the top here we have the front facing camera. So far as I can see, no notification LED, but let's wait until it has powered on. Okay, so takes quite a while and makes some strange sound. Now the metal frame feels pretty good, but the face here on the right side, on the left side is really massive, so this feels a little bit strange. Here at the top we have the earpiece, and we also have light and proximity sensor somewhere here on the right side. It looks like right over here in the right top corner. Okay, that's it. So the phone works alright. Display at the first look doesn't look too good, and yeah, we have some themes pre-installed. Looks kind of strange. I don't like too much, and yeah, there is no menu so far as I can see, so everything placed here on the home screen. Let's have a look at the back side. Here you can see that fake leather back cover with the Uhans logo here and that plastic metal thing around the camera. So it feels a little bit like metal, but I think the top thing here is plastic. Okay, then here we have the rear camera. So far as I did see in the specs, it's only 8 megapixels and interpolated to 13. And here we have the LED flash. Okay, you can remove the back cover. We'll do it just in a second, but first of all I want to show you the frame. Now the frame is really massive, and we have 3 screws on each side. So on the right side we have the power button. The power button is quite responsive, as you can see, so feels also pretty good to press. A little delay when you power it on, just like on almost every other smartphone. Then here on the right side we have the volume buttons, so volume down and volume up. They are a little bit loose, just a little bit, but still feels very good. And we also have here 3 screws on this side. Okay, at the top we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and we have here the micro USB port. So far there's no top microphone as I can see, and at the bottom here there's a little hole for the bottom microphone, so absolutely nothing special. Then now let's remove the back cover. So at the bottom there's a slot to remove it. It comes off too easily, actually, very easy. And wow, there we go. So the battery, it looks like a Samsung battery. I mean, the first look, hey, it's a Galaxy S4 battery, so yeah, it has a different branding on there, and the battery says, okay, 8.36 watt hours, and this at 3.8 volts. Okay, maybe we can see the capacity here. Oh yeah, 2200 milliamp hours of capacity. Alright, so sometimes, now the battery, okay, from the size it looks okay, but sometimes there's an factory label under the sticker which tells us the real capacity, but here I don't think so. Okay, so let's remove it. Oh yeah, there is something, but only the serial number and production date. So it doesn't tell us something about the battery capacity. But I will definitely measure it for the full review and then show you my measurements. But from the size, I would say 2200 could be okay. 3-pin battery connector, as always. Then there we go. So this is the smartphone from the inside, and here we can see the camera module comes a little bit out of the body. It's a dual SIM phone. That means we have here SIM card slot 1, it's a regular sized SIM card slot, and so far as I can see, SIM card slot 2, it's a micro SIM card slot. Okay, here in the middle we have a micro SD card slot to extend your internal memory. I guess 32 gigabytes will be the limit, but as always, or mostly, it works also with 64 gigabytes. I will show you my results in the review. Here we can see the frequencies. So far as I can see, there is no LTE band 20. We have 900, 1900 and 2100. So in the specs it says that there's also FDD LTE 800, so I guess it could be also with 2600 in the smartphone, but we'll check it out a little bit later. IMEI number 1, IMEI number 2, because it's a dual SIM phone designed by Uhans, made in China, and yeah, looks pretty good. There is no speaker at the bottom because it's a front speaker, and front speaker is always good because you don't cover it, and yeah, it blasts the audio into your direction. Okay, so that's the smartphone basically. I will now just put in the battery again, power it on, and then I will show you what we can find on the smartphone and how it looks straight out of the box. Alright guys, just a little correction, and there is a notification LED, it's in the right top corner as you can see, but it only lights up in blue. I've just tested it with the light manager, so it only lights up in blue, and yeah, notification and for charging, and that's basically it. So guys, I've now booted up the smartphone and here it is, and as you can see the theme and the icon pack looks really strange. So the first thing I would do is definitely change the launcher, change the icon pack, because it looks absolutely disgusting in my opinion. Way too colorful and yeah, kind of strange. Now as you can see there is no menu, so we just have everything here on the home screen, also in different folders, and I've changed the wallpaper, and then you can see there's a massive black bar around the display, also something I don't really like, so the bezels with the metal frame very thick. Okay, then let's get started and let's have a closer look at the things we can find here. Now settings looks a bit different, and there we go. Let's go here to about the phone. Here we can confirm it's Android version 5.1 Lollipop. And let's go back here. So well, nothing fancy in here, but we have system software updates. Now I can't really tell you if you will get software updates from that company, because I've never heard of this company before. And also, yes, there's something wrong with Wi-Fi, but actually I'm connected to my Wi-Fi network. Probably the OTA server is down or whatever. Okay, first of all, we have in here Wi-Fi. As you can see, I'm connected to my home network. We have Bluetooth, but we don't have hot nod or NFC, so nothing fancy in here. The next thing is we have display settings with mirror vision. Okay, that's at least good. Then here we have storage, and it's a 16GB ROM, but the partition is splitted, something I absolutely don't like. So you have one internal storage partition, so this is 1.45 GB, and then you have one phone storage partition, which is 10 GB. So absolutely useless to split on 16GB partition. The best thing is, just like Elephone, provide us one big partition, which is the best thing, so you don't have to play around with that. Okay, regarding the battery, I can't say anything regarding this right now, because this is just the unboxing. And here we can see running apps in the background, so there we go. The phone comes with 2 GB of RAM, at least that's pretty good. And the ROM, even though with that strange theme and icon pack, it only takes around 600 megabytes. So you still have 1.2 GB of free RAM for apps running in the background, other apps and games. Okay, then let's check out language and input to check out if there's a multi-language pack. Okay. So seems to be not the full Android language pack at the first look, but it's okay. So the most important languages are definitely in here. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. So there's really nothing fancy here in the settings, so it's really basic. And we can just have a look at the apps which are pre-installed. I've just installed the benchmark application, so FM radio, blah blah blah. Photos, Google Play Store, at least it comes with the Google apps pre-installed, and that was basically everything which was pre-installed. The rest, I've just basically installed all the benchmark applications. Okay, then here the Android status bar. Also in here we can see nothing special. Probably let's have a closer look at the LED flash, which looks absolutely weak right now. So not really too good. Then I did also some benchmarks, and this is yeah, the Antutu benchmark. As you can see, only 20K, and that means the SoC is running at 1 GHz and not 1.3 GHz, and this is absolutely crappy. We can have a look here at the ranking, and here you can see that yeah, I would say 40% of the performance of a Galaxy Note 4, but well, you can't really tell it by the benchmarks here. It's Android 5.1 64-bit, at least 64-bit with the 1 GHz chipset, but the CPU is only running with 988 MHz and not 1.3 GHz, as you can see on their website. Okay, the display, it's HD resolution, 320 dots per inch, and I have to say the display looks really okay. It's kind of sharp and has nice colors and viewing angles, at least that's a good thing. Okay, then here we have the Geekbench 3 benchmark, and here you can see 486 single core score and 1402 multi-core score. It's not really impressive, it's really a low budget phone, and yeah, I think there are some better phones for $100. I will just leave you some suggestions down below if you want to. Okay, CPU-C, and here you can see running from 200, so clocking from 221 up to 1 GHz, and yeah, the overall performance in the ROM, it's okay. So for casual users just checking WhatsApp, Facebook, it will be okay, but if you want to game on that smartphone or whatever, the chipset is way too slow for me. Okay, 2 GB of RAM, at least that's good. No root access so far. Regarding the temperature, well, I've just had it in my hands for a couple of seconds, seems to be okay. Had never any overheating issues on that chipset because the clock is very low. And here you can see the sensors. So the sensors are working, light and proximity and accelerometer, but there is nothing more inside. So just the basic sensors. There is no gyroscope, there is no magnetic sensor, and this is something which absolutely sucks, because you can't even use a VR headset. I mean, the performance would be crap anyway, but yeah, without gyroscope and magnetic sensor in 2015, it's a phone I wouldn't buy actually. Okay, maybe something I want to check out, and this is the speaker quality, because this is probably the most interesting part here, because it's a front speaker, and actually I just had one phone with a front speaker, and there we go. Let's have a look at some yeah, some song here from No Copyright Sounds, and there we go. Alright. Okay. yeah, I can hear that the sound is coming into my face, in my direction, but it sounds pretty, yeah, flat. Oh my god, no. This is really flat, no bass. I mean, front speaker's cool because you can't cover the speaker, but it sounds absolutely crappy. So yeah, I want to stop this here right now because, yeah, not even the front speaker, which could be a cool thing, is really cool on this phone. Alright, so it's a low budget phone. That means, yeah, $100. If you want to go out on the weekend and you don't want to take your $600 iPhone or $800 iPhone with you because you'll probably break it, then I would probably use that phone just to call my friends, use WhatsApp, Facebook. But you can't even take nice pictures with that because the camera also looks not the best. But well, it's a low budget phone, but in my opinion, there are better phones for $100 actually than this one here. So I will bring you my full review in a couple of days. First of all, I have to finish some other crap I have around here. And yeah, see you soon in the full review. Stay tuned if you're interested in this phone. And yeah, bye bye. Have a nice day.